today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You talk about this Lions defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Now this defense for the Lions very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Now McCarthy throwing on first down. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number 920 almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000. What a phenomenal achievement if he gets there, and I have no reason to believe he won't.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Lions at 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mills. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mills. And he comes back with one complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. Are going to take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To the air with McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Addison hauls it in. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. McCarthy going to throw again. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Stanley. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This taken in at the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now Mills on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Mills steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
Now Mills. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal.
Mills now. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Mills. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now McCarthy.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's McCarthy.
Out to his left. fighting through. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. McCarthy now on first down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. McCarthy. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy week 4.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Tough spot here, third down and 11. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Lions will take over. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
14 yards that time for number 14.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now out comes Minnesota. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy steps away. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. McCarthy operating from the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Stanley. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go. And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Detroit. 55 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Here's Mills. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams, 32 yards. And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A nice connection there. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll try the left side. Stanley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Back to throw. McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout.
and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
11 more on that one and another first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
On play action, Mills.
He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. McCarthy to throw on 1st and 10.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Looking to throw.
McCarthy over the middle and complete to Addison.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On 1st down, McCarthy. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on 1st down.
McCarthy.
He finds his man complete. That's Stanley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, what a career he continues to have. That catch is number 815. That ties him with Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp.
And just think about this. The only people ahead of him at the tight end position in catches, Antonio Gates, Jason Witten, and Tony Gonzalez. You catch 815 passes as a tight end in the NFL, call your tailor and get measured for the gold jacket.
I think this is what this game's become now. You just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
On 2nd down, it's McCarthy.
And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
That pass caught. It's Williams. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Jamison Williams.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. McCarthy, he's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stanley. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To the air again, McCarthy. Throw left side complete. That's Stanley. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Detroit, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Check your little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? See some more? See some more?
I can show you love. That ultra ground move, riding in the good. Not you. Tighten up, you a loser. I approve. I bet I stamped and approve. Straight ultra ground, make all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and be a money wife. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted man, her best friend is known around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she likes. She got it done, and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every. In and out of DMs, tryna be a rapper. She won't get the W, I skirt off when I see him. I know it's gonna get worse when I start doing Coliseums. Gonna be, I just call it how I see him. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering. For all my rapper homies, just be careful while you touring. You meet a pretty girl, but her intentions ain't the purest. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list.
Hey, second phone buzzing, just delete the other number, yeah. Cruising at 103 till I seen them team that went the record. She was peeking out the cover. She said, Gigi, wait, you grew up down the street, my uncles, up her brothers. I said, jumping back, and lit, you at. She was just running, Emmitt Smith, running back. She had to make it, rubbing and just got up. Then she got me painting nails, calling me sound like the heads of the way I be chasing. You know she got them brands of the bed. I'm in Miami, so knowing the bands of the jet. I called her door back with a 50, she wanted the. She said, who? About to make me cancel this L. She said, hood is on, but she in a condo that her buddy own. Payment good, if she good is gone. Boy, you should've known. Calling me up on 50 phones, foot on all these. Never let them keep me on my tippy toes.
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list.
Passport stamp, let's do the money dance. Back in, call your friend, now we in friends. International man, tats on my hand. Take a trip with a pilot, I tell you when we land. You know I'm down with the whales, I be by the sand. On sun, yeah, it's blowing in the wind. What you doing? We kung fu and I beat it up. They never heard me on the beat when it's speeded up. 100 racks on the plate, she gon' eat it up. Yeah, I'm all in, like all night. Throw the racks up, make it fall right. And if you take a shot, make sure you hold the ball right. 1-800, yeah, bad, my type, yeah, it's my type. I love the way that she put it all on me. The best things don't come for free.
100 racks, she be dancing. 100 racks, she should take chances. 100 racks, she's in this bed. 100 racks, she can get this all night. All night. All night.
You can tell when it's Tokyo, it's all heat. Don't ride in the back, jump in the front seat. By the end of the night, she gon' love me. She don't even know me, she wanna hug me. It's a vision, little baby, I'm moving cozy. Most solid in the game, he can't fold me. How you do it, it's so fluid, let's get to it. If you want something, gotta commit to it. This is something that jam to and sip to it. I can show you how to do it, take you right to it. Made of whales in it, got a twist to it. This ain't Big Shine, but I'm making good music. How you keep rhyming, man, I'm used to it. You should be too, I like it see-through. And if we dancing on the floor, I'ma need you. And if we dancing on the floor, I'ma need you.
100 racks, she be dancing. 100 racks, she should take chances. 100 racks, she's in this bed. 100 racks, she can get this all night. All night. All night. 100 racks, she be dancing. 100 racks, she should take chances. 100 racks, she's in this am. Michael Jackson, I'm the baddest, Around he might go get it tatted, yeah. Say the magic, what? Pretty little thing getting ratchet, yeah. Told me that I couldn't, oops, I did it again. I don't like you, I don't wanna pretend. If he ain't spending money, I just go with a friend. If you can give me dollars, give me pound, give me in. Purple, black, made back, yeah, that's me. That ain't free. Ain't dead to me, R.I.P. That yo, she ain't me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Man, what these want from me? If I wanna test me, I ace it. I don't wait for nobody, I'm impatient. Trip off who? I'm on vacation. I pop when I do it, I'm flagrant. Never is out bake. Please don't compare me to that's basic. The money only thing I'm chasing. Body snatch, you know I'm Debbie Caking. Men like to talk it, I hate it. Ain't hitting it, I erase it. New money, many outdated. If he say he don't love me, that's hatred. Call me Miss, pull up in the latest. Double R truck, backseat, too spacious. Cartier braces, make faces. 5,500 when I pay for my laces. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Man, what these want from me? Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Man, what these want from me?
Boy. Shoot my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shoot my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shoot my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in A, mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride the side while bro had to get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? I been sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlton if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers disputing. I go off the field, no heads, he just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than like Yukin. They sending shots, but somehow I just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G. You know I can't forget that I do it. Shoot my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shoot my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy.
I sit on the corner and shook my, now I'm finna give y'all another hit.
And I just put my drink down.
Milan, darling, Milan.
That, say poodle, y'all think run this. Miss she, her black. Designer say Gucci, Prada print. DOE, I'm a condo rich. Big Dolce, Diva, Donda, Dundada, Tokyo, Honda drip. Poppin' Dolce season, new persona, new I'm that, you ain't no. I'm a get money type of. If you ain't getting money, don't type me. Crocodile Birkin might bite him. Can't hang with her if I don't like it. These in these, I come through and it be crickets. I come through and moves be switching. I'm the problem, I'm the villain. I don't see these rickshaws throwing dirt on my name and he gon' hit still. Know who to play with, and these know who to play with.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen.
2 in, 2 up, back ends, booked up, look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy, I'm finna go see now, big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one, 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will, I got 17 hours to the flight out. Only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no younger. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't got too long, no. You know I gotta catch my flight.
twin throw. J. Cole said it's memes and mills, but I'm the king and I just it all. Really wanna wipe me down, I got more patience than a hospital. Sweaty better beef with me than never beef with life's obstacles. I'm bad as a bone out. I'm way too toned to be toned down. Too big, so I'm cocky. From the back while on Twitter with my phone out. Got an Eminem deal, but I'm Hershey. 6'2", dark skin, with purpose. Never voicemail on my phone last night to myself saying little service. Yeah. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know I'm running up at night. You know I only get one life for this.
That's how I be happy. This for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get crackin', put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weak since. Damn. Tell me how you really feel. Yeah. All I wanted was a couple mil. Make the city proud. Put it down for them. Come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian. Crash landing. In the dirty apartment. Stay silent. I'll forever be the hardest. Big time. Like New Orleans. Real shine. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get it. Where they at? Get it. Money growing on trees, hanging on palm, spilling, code 304. She don't want a 16, renegade on up, make it. Buy a tree, no love. I'ma sleep with my Porsche 911, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Under my polo pajamas, face getting ran. Gotta watch for the cameras before you get freaky. Can't with no random these sneaky. If police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartment, stay silent. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get it. Where they at? Get it.
Oh, we need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one day, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, bro, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top. Yeah.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I squinted. Bro, give me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project buildings. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past. I'm probably finna go to hell, but it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth. No, I could've been up on the shirt. If I ain't get my get together, go to work. I've been hitting the licks since flip verse first. Riding with like witchcraft, finding beauty in the darkness like Rembrandt. Everybody gang till it get bad. Do you hear me? The ghetto was a mismatch. You ain't never finna win that. Nah. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartment, stay silent. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans.
Yeah. Running through his mind all day, I'm tired. I'm the boss now, do higher. Hang the phone up, I'm so wired. Couldn't sleep, my floor's too high up. I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white. Get down sheets, I got stripes on my cheeks. Hermes fur on my feet, I'm a lead. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. We burning up, every time we hear me, we turning up. Every time you see me, I look like bugs. Pound my friends in a big black truck. I'm Vanessa, I like salsa, I'm a dancer, you pay fees for my big show in Ibiza, for my leisure. Bliss. I don't do arguments in my relationships, I'm lit. You don't want me standing on this and say something, I'm rich. It don't make no sense how I make this, I'm lit. I don't do two-face unless the face card on my wrist. Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. She 808. 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 I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back.
Hey, yo, fresh out the fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down. Look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Pumped up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole tape, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the lead, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game.